Reverse words in a string. Leetcode 151. This is a Leetcode medium question. This question appeared in many companies, a lot of FANG companies, and also some other non-FANG companies like Oracle, Snapchat, Salesforce, Walmart Labs, Yandex, Yelp, and many others. In this question, they're asking, given an input string S, reverse the order of the words. A word is defined as a sequence of non-space characters. The word in string S will be separated by at least one space. Return a string of the words in reverse order, concatenated by a single space. Note that string S may contain leading or trailing spaces or multiple spaces between the two words. The return string should only have single space separating the words. Do not include any extra spaces. So for example, here we have an input string S. The string is the space sky space is space blue. The sky is blue. This is the string we have, and we have to reverse the string. Okay, so we have to make it the last word that is blue will come in the first, and so on. So blue is sky D. Second example, we have an input string with a space in the beginning here, and then hello world in the middle, and then in the end we also have some space. Output should just be very simple, word hello. Okay, your reverse string should not contain leading or trailing spaces. So we had a leading space here, and then we also had trailing space here. So how can we do this question? I'm going to be taking a very simple approach. I know you can optimize this later on, but for now, I'm just going to take a very simple approach. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to split the string, because this is a string, right? The sky is blue, for example. I'm going to split the string into a list, because it's very easy to work with lists in Python. So that's what I'm going to do. And after that, I'm going to reverse that list. And in the end, because they are asking for a string, right? So I'm going to return a string. So even though I converted that into a list for my operations, in the end, I'm going to join that list back into a string. So that's the approach I'm taking. Let's begin. Return, and I'm just going to do this in one line here. You can split this into multiple lines, but I'm just going to do this in one line. So the first thing first, I said, I'm going to split the string into a list. So this will do that. S.split will split that into a list. After that, we need to reverse the list, right? So how do you reverse a list in Python? You do that with 2 colons and then -1. This will reverse our list. And then in the end, we need to, because we have a list now, right? Now we need to convert this list back into a string. For that, I'm going to use the join function. And let's see if that is the right answer. So I split the string into a list, then I reverse the list here. And after that, I make a string out of that reverse list, which is through this dot join. Let's run it. Looks good, accepted, submit. And yeah, it's very successful. Runtime 0 milliseconds, beats 100% of the people, I believe. And yeah, that's pretty amazing. And now for the time and space complexity part of the solution. The time complexity of the solution would be O of n. The reason for that is the n is the length of our string, right? And splitting, which is here, reversing and joining it back will take linear time depending on the length of the string. So that's why it's going to take O of n. So the time complexity is going to be O of n, okay? Space complexity is going to be O of n as well, because we are using a list here to store our words. And depending on how long the string is, that's how much longer our list is going to be. So our space complexity here is also going to be O of n. Okay, so we have time complexity, we have space complexity. If you look at this question here again, they're asking, okay, all is good now, you solved the question, but follow up. If the string data type is mutable in your language, which is Python for our case, can you solve it in place with O of n extra space? So this is the second solution. I'm not going to be covering this right now, but you can use different approaches here. One of the approaches is the 2-pass method, which you can use to solve this problem, which I will be covering in the next video.